Hallo, ik ben Jasmin en ik ben de oprichter van de Dutch Mastery Academy. Hi everyone, I'm Jasmin and I'm the founder of the Dutch Mastery Academy. En welkom terug bij deze video. And welcome back at this new video. Today we are going to be talking about how you can get from learning Dutch to almost speaking Dutch like a native and getting rid of your accent. So a lot of you are trying to learn Dutch and you want to feel more confident when speaking Dutch. And so your question is how to start speaking Dutch like a native. And before we dive into this question, I want you to be reminded of the fact that we have a free Dutch ebook with my 4 secret techniques to mastering Dutch. How to download this ebook? You can reply to this video with free Dutch ebook and I will personally send it to you. So before we dive into this lesson, go down to the comment section and reply with free Dutch ebook and I will send it to you. So how are you going to learn to speak Dutch like a native? This is going to be taking quite a while. Because as you can see, for example, I'm a native Dutch speaker, but I'm still not speaking, for example, English like a native speaker. Why? Because I've never really worked on my accent, for example. So what are the steps you're going to have to go through to really speak Dutch like a native? First and for all, you're going to need patience. You're going to need patience and the right mindset. You're gonna have to know that it will be taking you quite a while. I've talked with people that almost speak like a Dutch native that have been in Belgium for around 5 to 6 years and really have worked on their accent. So it is doable, but it takes quite a while. Secondly, you have to know that you have to start from the beginning. In the beginning, you're gonna sound like someone who doesn't speak Dutch like a native yet. You're gonna sound like you're still making mistakes. You're gonna have an accent, and a lot of people are going to be telling you that you don't have the right accent yet. But that is totally alright. So in the beginning, you're going to have to be alright with it taking time to learn Dutch. So you have to start from not being so good at Dutch, still making quite a lot of mistakes, but still practicing to speak Dutch. That is a really important part. And then to go from actually knowing how to speak Dutch to really sounding like a native, you're gonna have to go through a couple of steps. First step for all, you're gonna have to immerse yourself a lot. So in order to be able to speak like a native, you're gonna have to surround yourself with the dialect of the place that you're living in. So for example, if you live in the north of the Netherlands or the south, or you live in Belgium, in Antwerp, or for example in West Flanders, you're gonna have to surround yourself with that accent. How can you do that? Maybe you can find movies, TV series where they use this specific accent. Secondly, go outside. Go, for example, to cafes, go to sports sessions, go to do hobbies. Try to really surround yourself by people that speak this certain accent. You, for example, can also look on Instagram for influencers who have that specific accent. And then what you have to do is you have to start imitating them. How can you do this? For example, when they say a word, when they say a sentence or something like that, you're going to record yourself saying the exact same thing and put it next to each other. So for example, when that person is pronouncing a sentence, pronounce the exact same sentence and put it next to each other. By doing that and recording yourself, you're going to be able to really hear where you have to change your accent. And then a really important thing that you have to work on is your pronunciation. So maybe you're still not pronouncing all the consonants of the language correctly. You're still maybe having difficulties with the G or with the or anything like that. You really have to work on this individually. How can you work on this really well? You can, for example, look for Dutch text and start saying those words aloud. So start reading aloud and really record yourself. So once again, record yourself so that you know exactly how you are pronouncing different words. And by doing that, you can change how you are, for example, saying a certain thing. So this is one of the things that is really going to be helping you to improve your Dutch and start speaking like a native. A next point is that you really have to start working on your sentence structure and being grammatically correct. So if you want to sound like a native, you should also be speaking correctly like a native. How do you do this? This takes a long time and a lot of practice and speaking out loud a lot of the time. So if you haven't been studying Dutch out loud yet, this is really the moment you have to start studying Dutch out loud. Read books, do speaking exercises, correct yourself, look for new vocabulary that makes it easier to form certain sentences, and really work on creating correct sentences. This you can only do by repetition. And then lastly, you have to learn the in-between language of the Netherlands and Belgium. So a really important part that you need to learn is what language do we use when speaking with friends or when we aren't speaking our high normal language. So for example, in the Netherlands and in Belgium, where people would be asking alles goed, we would be saying hoe is het. So these are a couple of words that you need to learn to really blend in. They also depend from region to region. So the easiest way to really master this is to start finding Dutch friends. Your Dutch will become at a certain level that you can be having conversations with people. Yes, your accent maybe isn't that well yet, but you can start having normal conversations with people, and that's the moment to start finding friends and to really start immersing yourself in a close group of people that speak the dialect that you want to learn. The most important part is to know that it is possible. I have met many people that have learned Dutch that are able to speak as if they would be a native speaker. So don't hesitate, try this for yourself, and really do know that it takes quite a long time, but if you're dedicated, you will get there. And then I've added 2 more videos that I'm sure you're gonna love so that you can start improving your Dutch, and I would love to see you in the next video.